Things to know before visiting Sydney, Australia. 1. There's no need to overpack. You won't be embarrassed if you dress up or dress down in Sydney. Sydneysiders are stylish, but they prefer to keep it casual, like they've stepped off a yacht on the way to the opera. It does get cool in winter, but not heavy coats, kind of chilly. A warm pullover or light jacket will be fine unless there's an unusually cold snap. 2. People are friendly. Sydney may be on a par with London, New York, and Paris when it comes to big cities with big reputations. However, it seems that the combination of sunshine, space, and an outdoorsy, waterside lifestyle has made Sydneysiders generally happy and friendly, most of the time. 3 tips for public transport. Let everyone off before you attempt to board a ferry, including the inevitable stragglers, as the gangways are slim. If you want to take photos and wander around the outside deck on the ferry, go for it. But be mindful that for locals, this is their normal daily commute, and travelers clambering over them will be considered annoying. 4. Respect local honesty systems. Honesty systems work well in Australia. If it's raining and you take that quality umbrella to a local bar, you can dump it in the umbrella bucket, and it will still be there when you leave the bar 2 hours later. 5. Swearing is not intended to offend. It might be considered uncouth or rude to swear in many English-speaking countries, but in Australia, it's fairly normal. Even Australian parliamentarians are known to drop a swear bomb. 6. Swim sensibly and don't take risks. Don't get into any body of water alone. From surf beaches with rip currents that can drag you out to sea, to rivers, lakes, and ponds that can have currents or obscured obstructions. Always swim between the red and yellow flags at a surf beach, which signifies the lifeguards are on duty. 7. Natural disasters and extreme weather are a genuine concern. In summer, there's a risk of wildfires, and with its many pockets of forest in and around the city of Sydney, your trip could be impacted by the direct danger of fires or by smoke particles in the air. 8. Protect yourself from the sun and the heat. Use sunscreen, even in winter. The sun is hotter and sharper down under. A sun hat is an even better idea in the scorching summer heat, and take plenty of water if you're walking anywhere. Look up the symptoms of heat stroke if someone you know is feeling unwell in the sun. Quick action is essential. 9. Yes, you can drink the tap water. It's fine to drink tap water in Sydney. If there's any danger of contamination, you'll hear about it. It'll be a major national news story. 10A word on scams, theft, and pickpockets. As mentioned, Sydneysiders are super friendly, which can also lead travelers to let their guard down too easily. There's no need to be paranoid, but remain cautious when interacting with strangers, especially ones who approach you. As in any big city, don't wander around with valuables on display, and don't leave your phone or bags unattended. Generally, though, it's pretty safe here. Things to do in Sydney. 1. Explore the inner workings of the Sydney Opera House. You'll get to explore the theaters, providing there isn't a show in session. From the majestic concert hall to the quaint drama theater, you'll be regaled with the secrets and stories that go on behind the curtain. 2. Seek out the hidden oasis that is Wendy's Secret Garden. This secret garden, with full views of Sydney Harbour Bridge, is part public, part private land at the foot of artist Brett Whiteley's home in Lavender Bay. For years, Sydneysiders come to escape the busier parks and enjoy a picnic in the hidden oasis. 3. Ride the iconic Manly Ferry. Locals use it every day on their commute to work. But the Manly Ferry voyage is an impossibly beautiful treat. While the motors chug soothingly, enjoy the scenery of Sydney Harbour as it glides by, taking you past the bridge, Sydney Opera House, Taronga Zoo, and harbourside beaches such as Shark Beach and Camp Cove, out to one of the city's most popular beachside suburbs. Great for bars, restaurants, shopping, and snorkeling. 4. Paddle under the coat hanger with Sydney by Kayak. A sunrise kayak tour with glorious photo opportunities that'll make your hungover friends incredibly jealous. Along with their passionate team of kayaking guides, life and business partners, Laura and Ben Stone run daily dawn tours that make the most of Sydney Harbor before most people turn over on their pillow and hit snooze. The harbor water is velvety smooth, and the kayaks are very stable, so you don't need to work hard to paddle around Luna Park and into position as the sunlight hits Sydney Opera House. 5. Climb Sydney Harbor Bridge. Yes, it's pretty speno, and yes, it's very touristy, but it really is a breathtaking sight, beholding the Sydney Harbor in all its majesty. If you're short on time, the express climb is a little shorter and takes you up the inside structure so that you're surrounded by hand-riveted steel and feel a little like you're inside the ribs of a metal skeleton. 6. Catch the ferry to the magical car-free island. Located in the heart of the Hawkesbury and only accessible by boat, this sleepy, tree-studded island is a staggeringly peaceful place to spend a day. And with an RSL slinging good beer and loaded burgers, it's the perfect spot for a day trip away from the city. The car-free island is a genuine idyll, with shrouded bushwalks and deserted swimming spots. 7. Discover the hidden Watamolla Beach. Deep within the Royal National Park is a sandy oasis that has to be seen to be believed. You can take a swim in the emerald waters of the creek-fed lagoon, which is also a great spot for snorkeling, or simply lay back against one of the cabbage tree palms with a good book. 8. Meet the wildest locals at Taronga Zoo, a not-for-profit zoo with harborside views featuring 4,000 animals, from koalas and echidnas to giraffes and elephants. You're guaranteed sightings of many Australian animals, plus threatened species. 9. Drink in panoramic views at Bar 83. Perched 83 stories above the streets of the CBD, this quirky, retro-futurist cocktail lounge is among the highest places to drink in Sydney, located on the second to highest floor of Sydney Tower. The views of Greater Sydney from the Golden Bucket are simply jaw-dropping, stretching all the way to the Pacific horizon in the east. 10. Swim with sharks at Sea Life Sydney Aquarium, the only cageless shark diving experience in Sydney. You can join a colony of grey nurse sharks on a 30-minute diving experience in Darling Harbour. Though the grey nurse sharks range from 1 to 3 meters long in the tank, they're placid creatures and do very little other than give you a curious side-eye as they swim by. Overall, Sydney is a vibrant Australian city famous for its iconic landmarks, like the Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge, set against the stunning backdrop of its sparkling harbour. Known for its golden beaches, such as Bondi and Manly, and its lively cultural scene, Sydney offers a perfect blend of urban excitement and natural beauty. As a gateway to Australia, it promises unforgettable experiences for every traveler. Also, check the description below. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe.